Hey guys, how you going? Jason here, thanks for stopping by. I want to talk a little bit about meditation today, and the two real, and this is big, I'm going to talk about meditation in a big level, not getting into the individual styles and different sort of practices and religions and the outcomes, all of the different outcomes of all of those different meditations. I want to just talk up from what I've experienced based on people walking into my courses, and so at a high level, really just talk into meditation at a high level. And I think it comes down to two different kind of situations really as to the intention or the outcome of why you're coming into meditation or why you feel like it might be a good practice for you, and what your perception is around the benefits of it. Because as we know, you'll only ever experience what you're looking to gain with your intention. So generally speaking, I find that it sits in two camps, two different areas. I find that there's people that want to come to meditation and use it as a relaxation tool or a way of dealing with anxiety and stress, and therefore what I would consider to be meditating out of the head or out of the mind. And then there's meditating with the purpose of connection. So people who are looking for a deeper sense of connection to their spirit, their soul, to God, to life force, to something within, which, there's so many different terms for it. You could probably just say that it's meditating from the heart, if I wanted to just put a term around it. So it really, and the outcomes and the intentions are really different. And my experience with people in courses tends to be around them sitting with one of those. Now, sometimes you can start by just the process of relaxation and wanting to try to stop the thoughts and slow the mind down, and to try to find silence and try to control the mind and control the thoughts, which is virtually impossible. But it starts here. Everything that I'm talking about is about the head. It's from the shoulders up. And then there's a real difference between someone that's seeking something deeper, that's seeking this connection, seeking to want to have this sort of feeling and sensation that they're connecting with their being side rather than their human side, or their heart side rather than their head side, and that they want to connect to the energy that is all around and something that we can't see. So there's really there's a big difference about the way that people walk in to courses, I think, and what their beliefs are and what their and I've seen it sometimes where some people can come in from here and then end up in here. And often the way that I've seen that happen is that they start the process of self-awareness. So when they spend time in silence, that they start stripping away all of the noise. And then in the silence, there is the realization of a whole bunch of stuff. Our story, our ego, things we've done, traumas, our life, where we're at, who we are, our belief system, the whole lot, right? It's huge, it's massive. But it's within the silence that we have these realizations. It's within the silence that we create the opportunity to see things. And it's a very special space because it's the start of this self-awareness process of really looking at things deeply with a different perspective, not just rationalizing it from the mind, but actually feeling it. And I think that that's the beautiful process. I think that some people can start, like very logically, very up in their head, I just want to relax and those sort of things. But when they have the experience, they start to have these moments of, like where they start to have these powerful realizations around who they are and things they've done, or their shame or their guilt and these sort of level of honesty comes up, and the barriers come down, and the heart starts coming to the forefront. This sort of like this sort of need to control what we say and those sort of things dissipates, and then stuff naturally comes to the surface. Our intuition and our clarity and our true self starts to make itself known in a safe environment, and it's working through us, not this way, but through here. And there is this beautiful organic kind of process where this person can go from this sort of head person into a heart person. And it's a beautiful thing to watch through a course, is that process and that journey of someone like dropping what I would term dropping into their heart. And once they're there, anything is possible, like that's where I feel like we get a real transformational, beautiful shift when we're connecting both here and here. And it's a privilege and an honor to be able to witness someone go through that process of coming out of their head and all of the societal things that we try to project and try to keep up with, and then they just fall in here and realize they're a part of everything, and that love and abundance is right here. It's right here, and happiness and contentment and joy is right here. And seeing that journey is like I said, it's a privilege and an honor to be able to witness that. And that's where I've seen huge shift in people. Not just someone being able to relax and to be able to, have a sense of contentment and relaxation through the process, but someone who's their whole dialogue is changed. They're shifting their entire dialogue, and in that beautiful connection that they've got, things are metamorphosizing, things are shifting, realizations are coming to the surface. They're growing and evolving. And that is an incredible thing to witness. And it can be witnessed in such a short period as well. It depends on the intention and how powerful someone is willing to go. I know myself, when I did my first meditation course 26 years ago, I really went there. I was a bit damaged goods back then, in some ways, and I was really ready for a change. I was really ready to deeply engage with what I didn't know was going on inside me, and that was a powerful shift. And I was ready to drop the guard and just to come with the heart intention. But I remember seeing people in that initial course that were coming from here, coming from their head, and we didn't have the same experience. I think that they got to the end of the course and said, yeah, that was a good course. And for me, that was a mind-blowing course. It was like my world shifted from that moment onwards, shifted in every way. So it really does depend on how you walk in and what your intentions are behind this. But just knowing as well that it could organically happen through the process as well. The more you lean in, the more you drop your barrier, the more you lean into who you are and know that you're held. It's all there waiting. It's a beautiful opportunity. I hope you take it.